So here's a recap of what day one was. Here's Winona, where I started, and all the way up here is the Yosemite Valley, just for reference. So this is normally where people come in. Tioga Road is up here, which is closed. So I started at Winona, and I got on the trail, the Alder Creek Trail, went up this way, continued up here. That's that triangle I talked about in the video. Across Glacier Point Road, stayed somewhere right here beyond that that meadow. It was very swampy. It was, you know, your feet were completely submerged there, and lost the trail in that location as well. So it came up to be 17.7 miles and 3,000 plus feet of elevation.
I'm waiting for the visitor center to open up so I can get my permit to go hiking. They open at 8, it's 6:30 right now. So I'm in front of the Winona Hotel, which has been here since 1879. The visitor center is there, an old art studio. This bridge is original, built in 1875. It was covered in 1878. Here's a look at one of the timbers. You can just see how they just milled this with an axe or something. This looks new. Two and a half miles into it. It's been pretty much climbing the whole way. And it's warmer than the temperatures we're reporting on the internet. So we left some trash here. Feels pretty warm. Okay, this trail intersection is long overdue. I'm at 4 miles and 10, which is basically, might as well call it 3:10. And it's supposed to be 2.3 away, but that's showing 2.9. So the map is incorrect. Map shows 2.3 miles. Winona Road, 0.7. So if you look here at this map, I am right here. This is that connector trail. So I'm gonna hang right. I'm not going that short one. I'm gonna go, basically for me, look straight, but on the map it's hanging right. You look at this tree right on the end. You see these little lines? Those are sugar pines. So those are like the, I guess, longest or largest, but not heaviest pine cones that there are. You know, like up to 2 feet almost. They grow right on the end of the branches. There's another sugar pine. Those little things right there on the end of the branches. You can barely tell with this iPhone, but those are the pine cones. Like the largest pine cones that there are. Here's the sugar pine cone. So this must be a sugar pine. Ah. Very tall, so the pine cones look tiny, but they're not. Here's a cluster right there. Okay, 3 hours, 20 minutes. Only took a couple quick stops for just to fill up water and to make some, to put some coffee in my water bottle, instant coffee. So really need to have like a regular break, like 15 minutes, put my feet up. Just do prehab, I guess. Not push it too hard. Don't want to get any blisters, so just take it nice and easy. I only have to do like 12 or 14 miles today. Kind of all depends. Can't trust that map anymore. So had a good conversation with the ranger. He gave me some good info. So it looks like there will be a lot of snow once I get to Clouds Rest. And then, so I'll have to just test that out. So I'm likely gonna turn back then. So this might be a 3 or 4 day deal. I don't want to slush through a bunch of Slurpee slush or post-hole and whatnot, but I'll just see what it looks like. Maybe I'll try a night in the snow. We'll find out. So it's been hot. Been in this climbing all day, and now there's a little downhill coming up. Got plenty of water with me. And there is somebody behind me. There's a group of a couple people I saw in a parking lot. But they didn't stop to talk, so I pulled off. They're probably 5-10 minutes behind me. Check out this blanket of bark from all these dead trees. Bark just falls off. These forests up here in the Sierra, a lot of times looks like half the trees have died already. So this just must be normal. Okay, I'd like to know the history of this. Got some old rail ties. This is a little broader up here, but who knows? Yeah, this looks like an engineered feature over here. With these rock cuts, sort of level plateau, like we've got more railroad ties discarded. I'm gonna have to hit the internet when I get home. It's another railroad tie. I saw some stones that looked like they were building stones. You know, they were very rectangular, but who knows? There was obviously some sort of railroad here before. And I saw some exposed, like 1.5 inch steel water pipe going across the trail. It was poking through. If you look at those rocks back there, it looks like they were quarried from that, and there's just piles of it. So this part of the trail has an obviously man-made masonry bridge here. Looks pretty stout, so that's likely for this railroad. And if you look over here, it's kind of cool. Unless I'm mistaken, I don't want to go down there and look at the open end. If you look at this, this is an old water pipe. They used to make these like barrels, and that's how they would transport water. So there's a piece of old water pipe, and there's the stream. Got more railroad ties over here. So if you can see here, they've left these ties in. They didn't even pull them up. So yeah, I work in the rail industry, so this is interesting to me.
The best information I could find is that the Yosemite Lumber Company operated in the area, and they had a railroad to extract the lumber, and that ceased in 1947.
It's starting to look like Yosemite. I haven't had many views so far. I hear that river down there. Oh yeah, got a waterfall. Okay, I'm above that waterfall, and you can see that this was all blasted rock. And there's a really good example of why right here. Here's the drill hole, and you can see how the blast just fractured this rock and these rays coming out. So I just came up this way, and that was exceedingly difficult because the trail kept disappearing. So it's saying 8.5 back. I'm over 11 miles, and this way is to the highway, and this looks like the correct way. So actually now I'm at that triangle point, so I've got a bit to go. I'm gonna eat all my snacks. If there's a nice area, I'm gonna have like a late lunch. And I ran into some backpackers. It's kind of near the end of the day. I've got like 13 or 14 miles. Getting ready to get out of this forest and find my camping spot. This was really tough. And stuff. Yeah, I got my stuff.
Volcano while you were out there? No?
Yeah.
I know that's something pretty, it would seem pretty cool, but I've seen it.
I ran into a couple cool guys today from Kentucky, Brian and Marty. They also like to burn stuff.
Yeah.
This is my first campfire, because every other park around here you're not allowed to have a campfire, but this is federal. So we got a nice one going here. We had a nice long day. It was nothing but climbing. And tomorrow we should see all the sights of the Yosemite Valley.